They did harass me in my driveway on our property. And then yesterday morning when I got on Facebook is when I found out. And, I mean, I'm sorry it happened, but I mean, that's all I can tell you.
All right. Well, hello, Starfish.
Hello, Mary Contrary. How are you?
I'm good. I'm good. So we have a great story for everyone today.
Oh, I'm so excited.
This one is a catfish story, a murder story, which, I mean, we've kind of touched on like sort of murderous things before, but not like this type. Catfish stories are interesting.
What's catfishing?
Basically, it's like people that pretend that there's somebody else online and they make up a bunch of lies and then they kind of suck you in doing that. And then
so if you've been catfished, that means you've been lied to on the internet.
Yeah.
I imagine like yucky, old, gross men or something in a closet, you know.
Right.
Like,
yeah. Like in their parents' basement or something.
Right. Like talking to a little girl. That's what I always imagine. Okay.
Right.
Okay.
Right.
Gross. Yeah.
So this one but it involves a female who's the main catfisher in this story.
Ooh, fun.
So, yeah. So this is kind of a bigger story. You know, some of you out there might have heard of it. So the main character in this story is Jenelle Potter. A little background on Miss Jenelle is like she lived with her parents the whole time this entire story happened, but she had a very sheltered life. Her estranged sister said that she had a very difficult time making friends as a child. So she always struggled with that. She had like a myriad of health issues. She was a type 1 diabetic. And so her parents were kind of overbearing. You know, they watched like every little tiny thing that she did or were like the helicopter parents.
Yeah, she didn't even have a job, right? She just she was at home all day on the internet.
Right.
Yeah.
So, yeah, she just kind of hung out at home all the time and like learned how to work the internet. It's kind of sad a little bit.
Yeah.
You know, because she was just kind of like a loner. And so she kind of made up fake profiles on social media to kind of get herself out there to try and find some friends.
You know, that's great that we have social media for that. But yeah, she did sound young. Like she talks kind of like, hi, everybody.
Yeah, she looks super creepy to me.
Oh,
I know that, but she kind of creeps me out a little bit. Like she's a creeper lady. I don't know. Like she reminds me of like this college roommate that I had that was like really scary, and really odd, and had all sorts of issues too. And I'm like, I don't know. Yeah, super creepy. If you look her up online, you'll check her face out. We might put something on the website too for you guys to see what this crazy looks like.
We'll put some links.
Yeah, for sure. So anyway, I guess what happened was her and her parents, they moved to this little small town in Tennessee. I think her mom worked for Hewlett-Packard. And her mom's name is Barbara.
Barbara.
Yeah, so Barbara Potter is her mom. And then her father, I think he was a stepfather. Yeah, so he went by the name Buddy.
Mm-hmm.
So Buddy Potter was her father. He was a Marine. He served in, I believe it was Vietnam.
Yeah.
So, he went by Buddy Potter. Those are her parents.
Okay.
So she's living at home with them, you know, just kind of slumming along. So obviously she frequented the local pharmacy because she had all these health issues. So they went... And it looks like she was 34 years old at this time.
Okay.
That this happened. So this was in 2005 that they moved there. So we're kind of going back to the early thousands here. So she befriended this pharmacy clerk by the name of Tracy Greenwell. Tracy Greenwell, you know, we're going to talk a lot about her in this episode. I feel bad for her on many levels. She kind of befriended Jenelle because she felt bad for her because she'd always be coming into the pharmacy, you know, with her parents, or I think she just kind of made small talk with her. And so I guess then, you know, it's hard to make friends, right? So Tracy introduced her to her cousin, Jamie Curd. He secretly started dating Jenelle because Janelle's parents, of course, wouldn't let her have a boyfriend.
Mm.
I mean, the lady's like 34. It's kind of weird, but
Right.
like most people are like, in a career by then or out of the house. But yeah, her parents were very protective. So she kind of like on the down low was dating this Jamie Curd, and he would come over sometimes and like help them fix their family computer like a good little boyfriend would, right?
So they had the computers in common because she was kind of a computery person too, it sounds like.
Yeah. So he would come over and, kind of help the parents out with that. So even though Jenelle was dating Jamie, Jenelle actually had a crush on Tracy's brother, who his name is Billy Payne.
Oh, triangle.
Yeah. So it's kind of this weird triangle. And see, the problem at the time was that Billy already had a girlfriend named Billie-Jean.
Billy
and
Billy.
Yeah, so there's a lot of Billies in this story.
So you think maybe Janelle's jealous of Billie-Jean then?
Yeah, I think so. Jenelle got real jealous of Billie-Jean because she really wanted to date Billy Payne. What she decided to do is what apparently was going on is she said she was claiming that she was being bullied by Billie-Jean. Like Billie-Jean was sending her all these hate messages all over Facebook, telling her she's ugly and horrible person and all this stuff. And so Jenelle started telling her mother, Barbara, about all this. So Barbara was getting upset, because they're the helicopter parents. And so she was like, well, this needs to stop or whatever. So Jenelle blocked Billie-Jean, apparently, at some point here. But then the cyberbullying got so bad that it turned into this entire feud with Jamie and Billy getting involved.
Oh, he gets involved too.
Yeah.
Oh, those two. Okay.
Yeah. So supposedly Jenelle started getting like rape threats and like threats of physical violence online.
Why would they be threatening her? I don't understand. Like, why are they bullying her?
Yeah,
she has a crush on him. Are they being hateful or something?
Yeah, I think what it is, this is what Janelle's claiming at this point in the story. So yeah, she said they just started bullying her for no apparent reason, I guess. And I don't know that Tracy was involved in any of it at this point. I think it was just this weird little thing. And so Jenelle started telling her mom about it, and then she was telling her dad about it, and then also she was telling her boyfriend Jamie about it.
Okay.
So then Barbara Potter here doesn't think to question any of this, right? She's just really upset that her daughter is being bullied online by these people.
Yeah.
And Jamie's getting upset with his cousin, because Billy Payne. So he's like, what the hell's going on with that?
Yeah.
And so they're all believing all this coming from Jenelle. And then Marvin, Mr. Buddy Potter, so he's pretty furious, at this point. He's getting really upset that people are harassing his sick daughter, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
That he's so overprotective of. So then here's where it gets kind of weird. What Jenelle claims is that she was getting these threats because she just said that Billie-Jean was jealous that she found Jenelle attractive. So she kind of made it seem like this Billie-Jean character was coming after her because Jenelle is saying that her boyfriend Billy is jealous of Jenelle.
He's so jealous he decided to be with Billie-Jean instead of Jenelle.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah.
So they're jealous. I mean, this on its face is totally what? With Jenelle.
Right.
Why did this? I'm surprised people believe this immediately. Why would they be jealous of you? They're in a relationship together. They don't.
Right.
Why is she jealous of you?
Right. Yeah. So nobody questions Jenelle. They just believe her at face value for all this that she's saying. She must be one hell of a manipulator. So here's where the weird part comes in. So then all of a sudden, this guy named Chris comes into the picture.
Boy, this is complicated.
I know. So Chris, quote unquote, is an undercover CIA agent in this story. Okay.
Okay.
So he starts messaging, I believe he started messaging Barbara and Buddy and was like, well, I'm trying to protect your daughter from these crazy people that are harassing her online. You know, like, I can't
Why would
believe
the
that these
CIA
people believe it.
give a fuck?
I know, it's just so fucking weird.
Well, I'm like,
And
why in the world would they have any interest in this? This is so bizarre.
I know it's so weird. But the weird part to me, what I still don't understand about this entire story is like, I don't understand how none of these people, like, there's 3 people here that don't question Jenelle at all in anything. They just like believe all. They looked at her Facebook and they're like, oh my God, these horrible threatening messages against my disabled daughter. These people are psychotic and we need to do something about it. There was rape threats. There was, you know, like all this crazy stuff that they were like threatening her with. So, yeah. And then, you know, her boyfriend, which I think is weird too, like Jamie. So he's like Billie Payne's cousin. I mean, I don't know what their relationship was like, but man, it's like, I guess it's like, would you take your girlfriend's word over your family, like your cousin, you know?
Yeah, really. Especially
Like,
if it involved the CIA guy telling you that something was up.
right. Yeah. Like, so they're just like sucked into this like hook, line, and sinker. And I'm going to take a guess at this, but I'm sure, you know, Janelle's probably has done this for a long time. You know, like she's probably faked people online for a long time.
Mm-hmm.
And so maybe that was like real convincing. I mean, if someone was telling me this kind of crazy story, I probably would be like, what?
Yeah.
So anyway, so here we are with CIA Chris coming in. And like, they never asked to like meet Chris.
But they never met Chris.
No. Nothing like
the phone, or was it all over the
texting? I think it was all over the internet. Yeah. Jeez. There was never a phone call or anything. Yeah. It just this like made up crap, right? So I like, it's kind of blows me away that people just believe one person at face value like that. That's crazy to me. So now obviously these are all very unstable people, okay? So you have, you know, Buddy, who is a Vietnam vet and has probably seen a lot of crap, you know, been through a lot of stuff and loves guns. So somehow, so now the murder, we're getting to that point here now in the story. So this was in January of 2012. And so this is like a really small town. So then this was in January. So the town woke to news of this horrifying double homicide, right? And so the victims of this was Billie Payne and Billie-Jean Hayworth. So, so this is Tracy's cousin. And so they lived together. And when the police got there, it looked like they had been shot right in the face after being beaten up. And like the worst, this is kind of the worst part of the story, is when the bodies were discovered, their 7-month-old baby son was found in the room covered in his mother's blood, but otherwise was unharmed. Yeah. Yeah.
7 months old. That's horrible.
Oh, absolutely. So what happened is Chris, the CIA agent, was feeding all this crap to Buddy and Jamie. So Buddy and Jamie are furious at this point. So they go over there to take care of business. So they're the two that went in there, you know, beat him up and then shot him.
So they killed the 2 people.
Yeah.
For beating up their girlfriend and daughter, or for bullying them, I guess. Yeah,
for bullying Jenelle, their disabled daughter. Yeah. So they go over there and they're like, I'm going to take care of this business. So I guess like this took like a long time for the court to kind of sort out, and like the DA had to figure out, okay, where are all these people, you know, coming from? Like, who the hell is Chris? And, a
Right.
CIA agent, what is that? And so they started sorting through, like, they went and confiscated all the computers from Janelle's house, all the family computers. They went through everything. So they started piecing all this together, and they come to find out that the IP address that all this was coming from Janelle's computer.
Oh, yep.
And so then it all kind of starts unfolding that Jenelle just fabricated all of this crazy stuff. I mean, it just doesn't make any sense, really. It's like, I don't understand what the point of all that was. So now, they were sentenced, like all of them were found guilty, all of them that were involved.
Uh-huh.
So Jamie took a plea deal with the DA because he gave him a bunch of inside information about, the family. So he's serving like a 25-year sentence for this, for his role. And Jenelle was sentenced to life in prison. Barbara Potter was also sentenced to life in prison because she was a co-conspirator, kind of lighting the fire underneath Buddy and probably Jamie too.
Talking in his ear, yep.
Yeah. So they were both sentenced to life. Buddy was sentenced to life in prison as well. The entire family goes to jail.
Good.
Yeah. And and of course Jenelle, like, to the very end, denied any involvement. She's like, I never did any of that, even though it's like there's all this evidence everywhere. So it's pretty crazy. So I think it took another, let's see, I think she finally got put away in 2015. Yeah, it was like 3 years after the murders, the court sentenced Jenelle and her mother to 2 life terms in prison for first-degree murder.
Wow.
Of Billy Payne and Billie-Jean Hayworth.
I'm reading here in the court documents that Chris did not have an email account. He always used Janelle's email account, and he contacted Jamie through text or by email sent to Jamie's cell phone from Janelle's email account.
Yeah. Like,
Jamie never spoke to Chris on the phone. He never heard his voice. He never met him face to face. He told Jamie that he had a phobia of phones.
Wow. You know what? She found the perfect people to murder these people.
Oh my gosh.
You know, if you think about it, like, oh my God, like none of them, like they were all just that naive about it.
Master manipulator is what she is.
Oh,
holy moly.
100%.
She convinced 3 people.
Three.
I mean, even without this whole CIA thing, like,
right.
I don't know why these people believe this stuff. I don't know. It's crazy.
It's like totally insane. And I mean, I'm sure there's like a ton of other catfish stories out there that maybe not, to this degree, but it is sad that people, get duped into believing that, these people are legit, online. Like that's how they suck victims in for, child trafficking and all that horrible stuff. It's like they pretend to be these people that they're not online and suck people in, or suck women in for victims.
It's so easy to be whoever.
Yeah, you can make up anything on social media.
Right.
So
I mean, it's easy to be anonymous. We're kind of anonymous, so
right.
It's easy, and makes it. I mean, when I was reading through some of the court documents and stuff, you can read the actual text messages and emails that this Chris person would send, and they're ridiculous. Here's one of the emails to Jamie from Chris. I wanted to say hello and thank you for being there for Jenelle and her mom and dad. They are good people, and what others say about them is wrong. I know you have taken up for her family and her. It means a lot to me. Well, anyways, I hope you can all get her out on Saturday, and also you can still do what you wanted. Make sure you have candles, and make sure you have a card, and make the bed really pretty, and just love on her. This is from a CIA agent to her boyfriend. Thank you for being the one there for her. She needs you in more ways than one. She's a wonderful, sweet, caring girl. She would do anything for anyone before herself. But I know you know this about her. She's a good person. These girls are just driving her so crazy, and You know they're crazy. But what they are doing is still effing wrong and hurting her like they are. There's no reason for it. Just because she's sweet and very pretty, prettier than them, they need to get over it. They just need love to pick up. But from what I know, this demon thing came to us from them. I think it really came from Lindsay and Victim Payne is what they call her, Billie Payne. From what I'm hearing and learning from, it's waiting on him, and something will happen to them in the meantime. With you and Buddy, I hope you can get them. I hope it all works great. I hope that you will pray about it. And Buddy is, and that you are all doing it great. You're going to help the town. I wish I could kill them, but right now I really can't. But
Wha-
anyways, I'm so happy that you and Jenelle are happy together and love each other so much. Have Lori call Jenelle and ask her to go out on Saturday. Thank you. Well, take care, dude. And I love ya. You are my brother. And thank you for being a true blessing to my sister. Take care and God bless, Chris. By the way, they found out Chris later was a schoolmate of hers that she took his photo from her yearbook. And he had no idea about any of this. And he's like, I was never in the CIA. These were the photos that she used to prove that he was a real person, or tried to prove he was a real person.
Oh my
So,
God.
yes. And if you read the spelling in this, Saturday is spelled wrong. I mean, I just think like CIA agents are probably a little bit more like educated than this. Prettier, she spelled wrong. I mean, holy moly, it's so clearly her. Wow.
Well, it doesn't sound like any of them, like, were scholars in school or anything. So
I know. I'm just blown away still that this Jamie guy believed reading this email.
Oh, yeah. Well, some of it doesn't even make sense. Like, demon what? What are they even talking about?
Yeah, I was reading it word for word. It makes no sense. Like, wouldn't you recognize the writing? I don't know. Goodness. That was how they proved that it came from her, was that she spelled the same things wrong and said the same silly things. And her boyfriend, Jamie, was like, yeah, but she never swears. And Chris always swore. So must be her. She never called me dude, and he did. So,
wow, these are special people. Special people.
He was giving. First of all, Chris was giving relationship advice to Jamie about how to be a better boyfriend to Jenelle.
Yeah. Oh my God.
And then he was saying things like, she's just too pretty. She wasn't from here, so she was never going to be accepted. She's just so pretty. She's prettier than everybody in town, and that's why they hated her.
Wow.
Yeah.
And he totally believed it.
Oh, yeah. I'm just like, but it came out they didn't like me because I'm smart and I'm pretty, and they're mad because, I mean, it was just like, oh my gosh, how in the world did you believe this? That Chris was saying this? She's so much prettier than everybody else in town, everybody. It sounds like a 14-year-old.
Yeah, I think back to when I was like younger, 14 or 15. And if I had been involved in this, I still think I would have like questioned a lot. Like, I don't think I would have believed it, even as a kid.
Yeah, she's like an 8-year-old, not a 14-year-old. Shoot.
Well, and like she's 34.
I know.
In
that
this,
is crazy.
Which is like totally insane. It's like you're a mid-age woman, and like you get all these people around you to believe your crap. That is pretty insane.
I know, just because she had a crush on a guy that she couldn't have. She couldn't deal with it.
Right.
So then she has him and his girlfriend murdered. And now that little baby doesn't have a parents.
Right.
And that nice woman at the pharmacy doesn't have a freaking brother. And then her cousin is in jail. It's terrible.
Yeah. I mean, I feel the worst for Tracy. I mean, I think Tracy really got the shit end of the stick here. Like, she was just trying to be friends with somebody.
Fuck psycho. You. I'm not being nice to you anymore, new people.
I know. It's like, ew, like, don't be people. Yeah, don't be friends with people that pick up their pharmaceuticals, all right? Especially if it's a lot. If it's a lot.
I know she had diabetes, anxiety.
Oh yeah.
All kinds of stuff. OCD, I think. I don't know. It's weird.
Yeah.
That was a great story. Crazy.
Yeah. That was a pretty amazing story. So, to our audience out there, if you guys have any really good catfishing stories that you would like to share with us, please let us know. We will research it and we will pick it apart on our show, and we'll get all the dirty details for you. So
Yeah, hashtag catfish.
yep.
Thanks, everybody.
They had been harassing the living.
Why would they be harassing?
It came out to be a jealousy thing. They said I was too pretty.
Thanks everyone for listening to Real Talk. Don't forget to subscribe to our podcast wherever you listen. We look forward to having you on our next one.